It's my opinion that no player in the history of football has a better top 5 goals than Cristiano Ronaldo. Well, in this series, we're going to put that to the test. We are going to compare one of Manchester United's most talented ever players against one of Liverpool's most talented ever players. It's Cristiano Ronaldo versus Luis Suarez. We're going to be comparing their top 5 best ever goals. This was quite hard to narrow down. I've got my shortlist. Now, obviously, you can tell me if you disagree with some of these. But let's start with Cristiano Ronaldo. So this is Cristiano Ronaldo's top 5 ever goals. We're going to start off with number 5. This is one of the goals that I think is so unique to Cristiano Ronaldo. It's his bicycle kick, but the bicycle kick he scored for Al Nassr, and this is against Al Khalij. He scored this at 40 years old. Not just a great goal, it's an unbelievable achievement to be scoring a goal of this nature at this age. Gets up for it. Bicycle kick. I know maybe the keeper could do better, but to be up there, that athleticism, to be still scoring a goal like that at the age of 40, I have never seen anything like it in my life. And number 4 is his header against Sampdoria. I think it would be criminal not to include one of Cristiano's best ever traits, which was his heading ability. There is no player in the history of football that has a better ability in the air than Cristiano Ronaldo. This goal, give you some context to this, he rose a total of 2.56 meters to meet this header and nod it home. This is an unbelievable athletic achievement. He is also in the air for a total of 1.5 seconds. If you don't think that that is an achievement, imagine yourself jumping and staying in the air for this long. Jump, land. That you're borderline flying. Number 3 for me is his free kick against Portsmouth. I think this was a big change in the way a lot of people took free kicks. It inspired a generation of footballers to maybe try something different, and particularly shooting from range, where typically you'd see a lot of players cross the ball rather than shoot. He's rifled this in to the top corner. The most iconic look of David James just asking the gods what could he have done to stop that. The answer, David, is nothing. You cannot stop that strike. It is pinpoint accurate in the stanch, top right-hand corner. This is the nitty-gritty. 2. The second best goal I think Cristiano Ronaldo has scored is the goal against Juventus. This overhead kick is one of the best overhead kicks that we've ever seen, but just take into context the situation. We're in a massive Champions League tie. Juventus away. And the crowd, the way the crowd reacted to this was just spine tingling. You've got to think, this is an away crowd. Cristiano Ronaldo is not at home. He's going to Turin and scoring a goal like that in front of those fans who can't do anything other than stand up and applaud it. This is an opposition player scoring a goal against your team and he's getting applauded. It was sublime. I couldn't give it the number 1 spot. I had to give it to my favourite ever goal. I think Ronaldo's best ever goal, and I think it's clear, is the goal against Porto for Manchester United. This is 6 minutes into a game. He has the audacity not just to try and shoot, but to pull it off. He looks, and it's like you have 3 other passes that you could make. You could possibly pass backwards. And in this day and age, in 2026, I think he does pass backwards because this is the way the game's gone. He decides 6 minutes into a Champions League tie, I'm going to have a go here. And it's 39.6 yards out. He rifles it into the top corner. Normally, when a goal goes in from distance, you expect the goalkeeper to do something about it. The goalkeeper can do nothing. It is arrowed. We're going to move on to Suarez. And once I've done the Suarez goals, we're going to compare each goal and see who wins. For 5, I'm going to go with his absolutely unnecessary top bins goal against PSG. He nutmegs David Luiz, then Syracuse advancing, and he just slots it into the top corner. The most unnecessary top bins. He could have scored in about 3-4 other different ways. He could have chipped him. He could have placed it down the left, down the right, bottom corner. He puts it in the top stanch. It's an outrageous goal, and it summed up Suarez as well because he was an outrageous player. Number 4. This one makes me sick. His goal against Norwich in 2013, we're talking one of his 4 goals in this game. The goal that I'm thinking of is a goal that came, and I just want to put this into context again. Suarez scored 3 hat-tricks against Norwich in his time in the Premier League. He played them 6 times and scored 12 goals against them. If anyone disagrees that Norwich rolled over for him, I don't know what you're thinking, because this is 12 goals in 6 games, 3 hat-tricks. John Ruddy seems like he was the goalkeeper every time, letting them in. To be fair to Suarez, I think the goals in this game would make an argument for the best ever hat-trick I've ever seen, because 3 goals, he had a free kick. The goal that he scored before that, I don't know what order it came in, but he scored a goal where he kind of flicked it past the defender over his head almost, and then ran round him and volleyed it into the right hand side of the goal. It was an unbelievable day for Suarez, and every time he played Norwich, you knew he was going to score. But he scored 4 in this game. The goal that I think was the best out of the lot was the one where it's almost bouncing and he just takes it. You can see it's pure flow state in that moment. He's just going, do you know what, I'm going to hit it, and he's probably not even thinking. Let's go with number 3, his goal against Newcastle. This is one of Suarez's most iconic goals. The goal came from Jose Enrique playing a long raking ball over the top of Newcastle's back line. Suarez runs in behind and takes the most audacious touch on his chest, kind of on his shoulder almost, and the ball falls at his feet. The composure then to take it past Tim Krul, a little knock to the side, and he basically walks it in. It is one of the most outrageous pieces of skill in the Premier League, and it's an outrageous goal, and I think that's got to be up there. Number 2, the volley against Arsenal in the Champions League, and we're talking again a big game, the Champions League against Arsenal, and the ball comes over and it's almost like he's watching it, and then he adjusts his body to almost scissor kick it into the top corner, leaving David Ospina absolutely in no man's land. He cannot get near it. It's almost off his shin, and it feels a little bit like, you know, when you talk about Wayne Rooney's goal and it's like, did he really connect with it? It's almost the only way it's going to go in, and he does it. And to hit it with his shin, normally a player doing that, I'd be like, you've got away with one there. Players like Suarez, it wouldn't surprise me if he's almost meant it. Suarez's best ever goal for me is the goal against Mallorca, and this one I think it's probably the most underrated goal I've ever seen in football, because almost nobody talks about it. If you mention the Suarez goal against Mallorca, I think people would go, I don't know what you're talking about. This goal is the most audacious goal, I think, on this list. He backheels it, but almost drives it into the ground, so it jumps up and goes over the goalkeeper. He chips the goalkeeper with a backheel. This is so unique, and Suarez, I think, deserves way more credit for something like this, because if Messi scored this, we'd be talking about this every single day for the rest of our lives. It is that good. I'm going to really struggle to compare these. Let's start off. Ronaldo's number 5, it's his 40-year-old bicycle kick against Al Khalij. I think if we're comparing that to Suarez's unnecessary top bins, which is the better goal, I'm torn. This is going to be really hard, honestly. I think Ronaldo's goal is better, but I think the context and everything around Suarez's goal is better than the Ronaldo goal. I think you score a goal in the Champions League against PSG compared to in Saudi Arabia. I think, does that tip it Suarez's way? If I'm just judging based off the goal, Ronaldo's is better. I'm going to say Suarez. I'm going to go Suarez. I think Suarez's goal's better. I mean, the nutmeg on David Luiz and then to put it top stanch is outrageous. 1-0 to Suarez. I didn't see this coming, actually. I've not even looked at these and compared them yet. Number 4 for both of them, we had Ronaldo's header against Sampdoria, hanging in the air for 1.5 seconds, jumping 2.56 metres in 2019 versus Suarez's goal against Norwich. Suarez's goal's better, but I don't know another player on the planet in the history of football that would have scored Ronaldo's header. So can that then take it away? I mean, I've seen players, I've seen Stuart Downing score a goal like that. I've seen Matty Taylor score goals like that. I've never seen that Ronaldo header replicated. Obviously players score headers, but the way he rises, the height, the hang time, I'm going to give it Ronaldo. I'm going to give it Ronaldo. And it feels unfair for a Ronaldo header to be better than a Suarez volley from 30-40 yards. But I think it's just unique to him, so it's got to be him. 1-1. Let's go with number 3. Ronaldo's free kick against Portsmouth versus Suarez's iconic goal against Newcastle. I think the free kick's better, and I think you'll agree with me on that one. I think the goal from Suarez is unique. Again, it is something that is very, very much a unique skill to him, to be able to bring that ball down, the composure, the touch. There's a lot of elements going into it, but for Ronaldo to put it into the top right hand corner, and again to change the shape, the ideas of a footballing generation on how to take a free kick, I think Ronaldo's got a win there. He has got a win. What does that make it? So we've got Suarez went 1-0 up, then Ronaldo went 1-1. The free kick makes it 2-1 to Ronaldo. Let's go on to the number 2. Bicycle kick against Juventus in the Champions League for Ronaldo versus the volley in the Champions League against Arsenal for Suarez. I think this is Ronaldo hands down, and I don't think we need to get into much more of a debate about this. It's Ronaldo. Ronaldo 3-1, leaving it to the final one, which is Ronaldo's goal against Porto versus Suarez's back heel against Mallorca. I think Ronaldo's goal against Porto is maybe the best goal I've ever seen in my life, and for that reason I'm going to go with Ronaldo, which means it's almost a whitewash. Ronaldo 4, Suarez 1. Ronaldo has the top 5 goals title. I think that's fair, right? Let me know if you think I'm being biased. I mean, I know I'm a United fan, but I try to include a bit of balance there. I think Ronaldo wins. If you don't, let me know in the comments if you think there's a better player. And also, let me know in the comments if you think there's a player that could rival Ronaldo's top 5 goals. If you think there's a player out there who has a better top 5 goals than Ronaldo, let me know and I'll do that next.